Okay, can you see us over there? Not Jay. Teacher. Teacher. Okay, so for those of you, thanks, Papa. That's helpful. That's Bubba. He's my assistant. He just doesn't know it yet. Okay. For those of you
Well, now I know.
Watching, I'm super late. I apologize for that. We had some technical difficulties working two different computers and cameras.
Whoa.
So this is Facebook Live, and I will be looking back and forth, so I apologize for that. This is my lovely apprentice, Cece. And you will hear Jay, but she is off camera. Yeah, there you go. And our YouTube stream, which I've posted links to all over Facebook. So, that being said, here we go. This is going to be a super informal series. I'm going to hope to do it every week at about 8 o'clock on Sundays. It's going to be a Wicca class. I find myself straying more and more from Wicca, so it will be spirituality, religion, do's and don'ts, that sort of thing. It won't be formal. As you can tell, I'm dressed in a tank top and kind of my hair is not done and no makeup on, and that's pretty much who I am. So, I'm going to read from my phone because I have notes. Before life, there was the void. Before spring, there's winter. And if I lean back, then my YouTube viewers can't see me. I'm sorry. So, before life, there was the void. Before spring, there's winter. So the new year begins as the world darkens into fall and winter. Harvest brings about the death of the fields and advises us to load up our stores and settle in for winter, to begin to plan for the new year. So first, we talk about intentions. So talking about intentions, I have this wonderful book. It helped me grow as a witch. It is called The Red Silver Broomstick by Silver Raven Wolf. I suggest Silver Raven Wolf to absolutely anyone. I do not know if she's still writing. I have not seen anything new. This series I love to refer my young witches to is to write a silver broomstick, to stir a magic cauldron, and to light the sacred flame. They are literally full-blown workbooks. And if I can find a workbook page that I'm not, here we go. Full-blown workbooks for how to create ritual and how to live your Wicca life. It's pretty cool. In chapter 1, she talks about the principles of belief. The principles of belief were, hi Sandy. I hope you're okay with this. Sandy's my cousin. I love her. So the principles of belief were put down by the Council of American Witches. It defines modern day witchcraft in terms of American experience and needs. So I'm just going to run through them and there's 13 and I'll go through. I'm going to just kind of paraphrase them. As when we talk about intention, the important part is that you understand we don't talk about witchcraft like the craft. I'm not summoning old gods. I'm not teaching people to raise the dead and give human sacrifices, zombies, whatever. We practice rites to attune ourselves with nature and the rhythm of the moon and the rhythm of the seasons. And mostly females, but any human. Please understand that I do mean any human out there. Our bodies are in tune with nature. Our bodies are in tune with the season. That's where seasonal affective disorder comes from, otherwise known as SAD. This is, hi Amber, hi Mom. This is why people get sad in the winter. This is why we get happy and need to go out, hi Vonna, to go out in the spring and the summer and play. Because we are attuned to nature and we are supposed to be parts of nature. And we as humans, especially Americans, tend to segregate ourselves from nature a lot. So we practice rites to attune ourselves with nature. We recognize that our intelligence gives us responsibility towards our environment. Try to be eco-friendly, that's your job. We acknowledge the depth of power far greater than an apparent average person. I do not ask that any of my apprentices follow my own belief system. My belief system is weird. But I do ask that you have an open mind about the supernatural, or paranormal, however you want to put it, and that you have belief in something greater than yourself, because it is really hard to do. Hi, Cheryl. Really hard to do any of this if you're not acknowledging that there's something out there that's bigger than you. We can see with a greater power that is creative and creates through us. We recognize the outer world and the inner world. It is important to acknowledge that while there's outside and we need to work outside and we need to better the environment and nature and attune ourselves with nature, we also means we have to attune ourselves with ourselves. And we have to better our physical and mental minds. Physical and mental selves. We acknowledge, this says we do not acknowledge authoritarian hierarchy, which means we don't go, I have to do whatever the priest says. I have to do whatever our religious leaders say. We very much believe in, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Your body will tell you, your mind will tell you. If you have good morals. You know. If somebody says, we have to sacrifice this small kitten because it's Halloween, and you don't feel right about it, you probably shouldn't be doing it. We see religion, magic, and wisdom in living as being a united way to view one's world and the one we live in. We believe in all paths to divine. It's not that way. Calling oneself witch does not make you a witch. We acknowledge that affirmation and fulfillment of life. We acknowledge that what you put out into the universe is what the universe puts into you. Our only animosity towards Christianity or any other religion is that they claim to be the only right way. And we do not, regardless of how many times I have to tell my friends this, we do not think it is okay to tell Christians that they suck because they're Christian.
Wait, what?
I didn't look at you, did I? So
why did you do that?
That's not.
It's not exactly what she said.
That's
I'm
not
paraphrasing.
exactly what I said. That's putting words
Yes.
into my mouth.
I am, but that is the conversation we had. We are not threatened by debates on the history of the craft. We do not get in yelling matches about whether or not the witch trials actually happen. And we do not accept the concept of absolute evil, nor do we worship anything known as Satan or the devil. Now, most witches will tell you they don't believe in Satan or the devil, but it's really hard to believe in God without believing in the opposite. All of nature is duality. We cannot embrace nature if we don't embrace the good and the bad. The light and the dark. Spring, summer, winter, and fall. That's kind of where we go. And number 13 is everything we do is for the greater good. So that is the principles of belief. So, that being said, we're going to come to our first ritual. And part of our ritual, we're going to take a break and actually have an actual lesson. I have to reach for my phone and apologize for that. Okay. To start out any ritual, we're going to do a corners. Now, in big, huge, giant official ritual, should I have the space, we're going to acknowledge each element, each direction. We have people in the directions, light the candles, have the salts. We're doing this super informal. We're going to say the words. I'm going to have my apprentices talk after me. And this is a simplified, solitary ritual you can do from your house any time of the month. It's nice to do at the beginning of the month. Don't doodle, you'll need that paper. And you too can do it from home, and hopefully you follow along. To follow along in our ritual today, you will need at least 2 pieces of paper. They definitely need to be separate, and something to write with. So, if you want to repeat after me, we're going to start in the east, as all magic starts in the east.
So we'll argue.
We will not argue. Okay. I call the guardian east and the element of air to watch over our sacred circle. That's where you repeat.
Say that again.
I call the guardian of the east.
I call the guardian of the east.
The element of air.
The element of air.
To watch over our circle.
To watch over our circle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 1
call upon the guardian of the south and the element of fire.
I call upon the guardian
Guardian of south, element of
guardian
fire.
of south, element of fire,
To watch over our circle.
to watch over our circle.
I call upon the guardian of the west
I call upon the guardian of the west
and the element of water.
and the element of water,
To watch over our circle.
to watch over our circle.
I call upon the guardian of the north
I call upon the guardian of the north
and the element of earth.
and the element of earth,
To watch over our circle.
to watch over our circle.
I call upon the spirit of the universe and the divine.
I call upon the spirit of the universe and the divine,
To watch over our circle.
to watch over our circle,
Fill it with love,
fill it with love,
peace,
peace,
and divinity.
and divinity.
Excellent. Hi, Tim and Hannah. Hannah, I really, really, really hope the baby comes soon. I'm very excited. Sorry. The harvest is when the world releases the growing things from the ground and life moves on to the next phase. It is time for us to do the same. When the earth releases life to begin anew, it must first release and let go. Acknowledge the past and push it away and move through it. The first part of our ritual is to acknowledge what we want to let go of. What are we releasing? What do we need to do to let go and move on from it? So on your first piece of paper, you're going to write down a list. It's a simple list. Probably no more than 10, because you start to get too focused, then you start to wallow, and the ritual takes hours. So forgive us for a minute. I can see if you comment, so please comment, questions, suggestions.
We're gonna burn things today, aren't
We are not allowed to burn here, but we'll get to that as part of this. This is actually called the burning ritual. That, if you look it up online, that's what you'll find. This is the burning ritual. Like I said, 10's a good number. If you can't come up with 10, that's fine too. And we're not reading this. This is not a quiz. No one's going to see your list. You don't have to write it out loud. What is important in this part of the ritual, though, is that you actually do write it down. This is not something that you can just go, oh, I can think of 10 things. Some rituals will do, like especially the one in February when we do it. You can just think about stuff. You don't actually have to write it down. But the problem with that is, with this, is that the point of it is to let go. And if you just think about it and keep it in your head, it doesn't release it. Writing it on paper actually pulls it out of your head and through your arm. It's a channeling move.
I tried to dash.
Hi, Mandy. I miss you. Mandy is from my last job, and she is amazing. And she has the cutest little boy. I mean, not as cute as Lincoln. I'm sorry. He's my grandson. But so cute. So cute. And she used to call me work mom. They went as the Magic School Bus crew
Oh,
for Halloween.
that's
And her
cute.
child was the lizard.
Oh,
So amazing.
that's adorable.
Just died, man.
And don't forget that part of your list
Yeah.
can be physical things. For instance, my number 4 is clutter. I really want to get rid of clutter. I have to go tomorrow. Part of my goals for tomorrow is Salvation Army, because at the end of my back end of my car is full. Again, that's 2 trips. I'm very proud of myself. So, let me know when you guys think you're done.
I'm done.
You're done?
I'm done.
Excellent. And you following along at home, if I'm going too fast, let me know. I appreciate. Bubba, you want to look at the thing? Am I have any comments?
Nope.
Do I have any viewers?
One.
All right, cool. Excellent. I love that. Yay.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna scroll down because I feel like it's not showing everything.
Yeah, sure.
Here it
Jason. Hi, Jason. We're doing a ritual. We are doing the burning ritual. So if you want to join, grab paper and pencil, and we're writing down currently things we want to get rid of from the past year. So Halloween is known as the Witch's New Year. So this is the first Sunday of the new year, and I will be doing ritual and these lessons on Sunday at 8 o'clock every week. So this is our first one, so it's important to do the release of negativity, and then the next part of our ritual will be super, super cool. You'll like it a lot. Okay, so I am done. How are you doing, Jay? Okay, so I hope you guys are home are good too. So now that we've written down what we want to let go of, usually this would be where you tear it into small strips or you fold it up and you burn it. And unfortunately, Jay, we're not allowed to burn today.
No.
Yeah, I know.
You really could have
So,
go outside and
I
do
mean,
it.
You really can't. I checked with my apartment manager. We're not allowed to burn things. We would have actually had to have gone somewhere.
You were talking to them.
I did. I talked to my apartment manager. I was like, can we take, I have a cast iron cauldron, and we could have taken it outside and burned it, but I would have had to have actually gone somewhere else. Now, Wayne has a fire pit. We could have gone to Beaver Creek. That was really far away, and I didn't know if I didn't have time to plan that far ahead. This was kind of I didn't know if I was going to be healthy enough to do it. I've been having some migraines lately.
Okay.
Okay, so since we cannot burn, this is what we're going to do. It's going to be just as fun. We're going to safely destroy it.
Safe.
What is super, super important is you don't get paper cuts. What's super important is that you take this list and you acknowledge that this is the list of things I don't want to hold on to. So by not holding on to it, I don't give it power over me, and I let the power it has in my life go now.
I don't want this shit.
There you go. And then you rip it up.
Die.
That's right. That's right. You're literally killing the list, and then we're not throwing it all over the pocket.
Don't throw it at me.
So we acknowledge that this is the
I won't be
negativity
here
from our
if this
past
is.
year, and we are destroying it. And as we destroy it, we are releasing it from our life, and we are taking away any of its power that it gives us. It has over us, and you can't work that many pages.
It's making a mess.
Now, if you're in a spot where eventually you're going to be in the next day or two, a spot to burn these, you can then take this and burn it.
I will take it home and burn it.
Yeah, I figured you
I
would.
can't take it home and burn it.
I know. Hi, Cindy.
We
I'm so excited
could
people are
burn it in
joining
the
us.
bathtub
Okay,
and then
so
run water over
We are
it.
not burning it in the bathtub, but we have smoke alarms. Stop it.
But we
So,
could just put water
that is where
over
we're
it
at.
after.
Now,
Jeez, I'm trying to come up with solutions, and you're mad at me
I know
for
it doesn't scroll down.
Oh,
so, hi, Jason.
it.
Jason's
Wow,
already
I
here.
haven't heard. No, that's the. So there's Jason Davis. And there's
Oh.
Jason Ingram. I went to school with both of them, and I haven't seen
Oh.
Jason in a long time. Hi, Jason.
Okay.
I'm not even sure that Jason realizes.
putting others in
Jason
danger
Ingram
to save
realizes that we
yourself.
went to school together because
This
at the time
is
I was his
coming
teacher
from-
and not Sarah. So hi. That was
Okay.
a long thing. Okay.
There's
So-
so, for you then to protect.
At this point, you take a few breaths. You acknowledge the tiny pieces that you've ripped it into. You acknowledge that it's gone.
Ooh.
We breathe in, deep breath. You bundle all the negativity it represents in the center of your chest, and as you breathe out, you let it go. The important part is that you acknowledge that you have released what you need to be what needs to be released. Whether good or bad, anything that holds you back needs to be released. Once finished, okay, so this is where we're going to have a small lesson, okay, because we needed a division between the two parts of this ritual. So we're going to talk about intention. Intention is a very important part of this lesson because it is the first lesson, okay? So intention, you know what intention means?
Yes.
Do you? Right here.
Yes.
Yes.
So the dictionary says intention is a thing intended, an aim or a plan, or the process of healing a wound, which I found really important for this specific ritual. Intention is a mental state that represents a commitment to carry out an action or actions in the future. Intention involves mental activities such as planning and forethought. You should never practice spirituality without intention. which means planning and forethought.
A thought.
Hi.
Did you say a thought?
I said forethought. Okay.
So 4 thoughts.
No.
Four
So-
thoughts.
The next thing we're going to talk about is resolutions, because resolutions is kind of what we're doing here, right?
Bruh.
I like the pencil.
Resolution is like everybody makes a New Year's resolution, right? It's the idea I resolve to do this in the future.
I don't.
Resolution is a firm decision to do or not do something.
I never follow my New Year's resolution.
The quality of being determined or resolute, right? You should also have resolutions when you practice any kind of spirituality. It's important. So you only do things with forethought and planning. And once you have the plan, you follow it through. You do not begin something and then not finish it. That is very important.
Why do you always
I
look
could
at
never do
Cece
that.
when you do that?
Because
Cece
I
and
have
have
made
history,
decisions.
and then didn't do them. It's a thing.
Mm.
Hi, Alva.
I love Alba. I miss Alba.
There's
Okay.
one person on the live stream, and I don't know who it is.
So, now we're going to talk about the Wiccan Rede.
Oh, good read.
It is sort of a poem, but it's kind of our laws. They're important. So I'm going to read it, and then we're going to talk about whether or not you guys have questions about it. And if I have to explain it all, I'm going to. Okay? Bide the Wiccan laws you must, in perfect love and perfect trust. Live and let live, fairly take and fairly give. Form the circle thrice around to keep evil spirits out. I'm sorry, I should say thrice about, to keep the evil spirits out. Soft of eye, light of touch, speak you little and listen much. Docile goes the waxing moon, singing out the witch's tune. Widdersham goes the waning moon, chanting out the baneful tune. When the lady's moon is new, kiss your hand to her times 2. When the rippling waters flow, cast the stone, and truth will know. Merry meet and merry part, bright the cheeks and warm the heart. Hi, Candy. There's more. That's Josie's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hi, Leah. Merry meet and merry part, bright the cheeks and warm the heart. Mind the threefold laws you should, 3 times good and 3 times bad and 3 times good. When misfortune is a now, wear the star upon your brow. True in love you must ever be, lest your love be false to thee. And 8 word the Wiccan read fulfill, and ye harm none, do as you will. Any questions? Okay. So we've gone over the principles of belief and the law and what it means, our intention and our resolution. These are important things. We're doing a ritual. Hi, Leah. Yes, we are. You missed the burning part. If you can go back, you can go back. But if you message me later, we're also live streaming on YouTube, and that YouTube live stream will be up and posted as well. So there you go. Now we're going to go to the next part. We're going to take another quick deep breath and clear our minds. Okay? So Leah, if you want to join us now, get a piece of paper and a pencil. Okay? And you can follow along with this part. Usually I would recommend doing the first part first, but as long as you do them both, it's
writing
important.
down your blah.
Okay. Okay, so for this part, we are writing down our resolutions. We want to, once you've cleared your mind and thoughts about what you want to create, we're going to talk about what we want to create in the new year and what we want to manifest and how we want to do it. How we want to do it is as important as what we want to do, right? Because I want money, 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 money. I want it legally. I want it for a job. Right? I don't just want people to hand me money. I mean, that'd be cool, but it's not. It's really not cool. It's not. I'd like to be self-sufficient. Yeah.
It's not.
You like the money to
Guilt-rid.
stay.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
right?
Get
Keep
very
coming. Yeah.
far.
So that's the thing. You want to be how you want it. Again, you really don't want to do more than 10. right? But with this one, you want it to be a list of, I feel like this is good. This is something I want to attract. You don't want, I want this. This is not a Christmas list, right? So you want to avoid things like I want, I need, and you want to, and you remember you want to stick at like 10. Really no more than that. It would be good if I could get a job. It would be good if I lost more weight. So that's, yeah. I could stick to my diet, stick to my workout. Secret. This is my job. This is my list. Hey,
I didn't mean it.
so again,
Shoot things down.
you're shooting things down? That's not good. How many viewers do I have over there?
2.
2. Nice. Hi, everybody over there. Hi, everybody over here. I got 2 over here, too. I had 4 at one point.
You had 6.
Did I have 6?
Yeah.
2,
Nice.
4, 6, 8.
Nice. That's awesome. We'll grow. It'll be fun. I'm hoping with the 2-camera system that I get to. I'm hoping to get another camera out there, actually.
So you want 3 cameras?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I said
We could
before,
do-
like
When we get our online,
Computers.
when I get on my online school, we could use my computer.
my computer camera doesn't work.
Oh yeah. No, but we could view on yours. But so the reason I talk about this is because after the ritual, I'll explain it all. Okay.
Somebody
so are
named
we
Va-
all-
somebody named Vampire Within 19 said what you playing.
Oh, tell him.
What is this?
What do you
Second
Son, infamous Second Son.
Infamous Second Son.
Yeah. Paco is not joining us in our ritual or our classes, so he
Because
is
I don't
playing on
want
the
to.
TV. He chooses not to. He wants to know and learn, but he doesn't really want to be a part of it, and that's fine, and that's totally acceptable. I'm hoping that I get a lot of viewers who are curious and want to know fact, but don't actually want to participate. I think education
I get
is
scared.
super important. So I think that would be really lovely. Anyway, if you have questions, please comment. Message me if you're not comfortable commenting here. Yeah, private message me, comment here, call me, however you want to get in touch with me. Message my YouTube links, which I will put up the YouTube link after
There's
I'm
another
done.
comment.
What's the other comment?
Hi, I miss you, hun.
Who's that?
Same person.
So, I will look into that. Okay, so are we all finished? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We're gonna fold this up. These are our intentions, our resolutions for the next year. We are not sharing them. We are going to fold them up, and we are going to keep them in a safe place where we can look at them throughout the year. This portion of the ritual will be used again in March, again in June, etc., throughout the year, so that we can check in on ourselves. Yeah, it's okay.
It's shaking. My hands are shaking.
His hands are shaking.
Are we okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Probably.
That's Devin.
I want my water, but I'm not sure if I can get to it.
Okay.
When will
Okay.
you be holding these learning sessions regularly?